Folks, you have just hit the jackpot. If you are looking for a review of AEW Double or Nothing, it is going to be myself, Conrad from Everything Pro Wrestling, here with the man in white. He's looking bright. The man they call Derek.
Yo, yo, yo.
You are probably wondering why we have this apparatus connected to our ears together. It's so that we can hear our wonderful guest, the man in black, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. We will be live. We will be live at 6:05 sometime today, 6:05 p.m. For you guys, talking a little Clash of the Podcast, but we'll have some different things on there, and we're gonna run through our top 10. We had a list on Sean's site. Make sure you guys check that site out. It is
HWweekly.com.
Perfect, and make sure you subscribe to his channel, which I am putting in the chat now. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna talk a lot of AEW tonight, so we're gonna get into that. Let's get into this. Hit the like on the stream. You guys know what to do, and we're gonna hit the intro, and then we're gonna talk some wrestling. Let's freaking go.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right. Sean, I smell like grill. I stood all day. My bones are aching. If anyone wants to know why, like, Conrad looks like he's in pain, that's what it really is. For the audio listeners, if it sounds like I'm in pain, that's because I really am. So spare me today, please. Derek's out. I could barely walk. Like, he was like, "You're walking like an old man." I said, "I've been standing since 12:45." So basically, I've been standing for 12 hours almost. So yeah, don't ever get caught at the grill, move washers, and then try to clean out your garage all on the same day. Bad move. Plan your stuff out, people. But Double or Nothing, man. How are you guys feeling about it?
I'm thrilled, man. And I want to say for the record, Conrad, my guy Derek, I'm so happy that All Elite Wrestling put on the only pay-per-view on this Memorial Day weekend, because whatever show I saw yesterday must have been Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or Sunday Night Heat, because AEW is the only promotion that put on a pay-per-view this weekend. So salute.
Yes.
Those are PLEs, which you will be hearing about tomorrow on Clash of the Podcast.
Right.
AEW represented. They picked up where others lacked in a mighty way.
Interesting. Someone said, "Is this EPW After Dark? Things about to get freaky up here?" I wouldn't say that. That some may say pause. Over here, we say play.
Well, I definitely say pause, but y'all say play.
Hey, listen. If it's going down, it's going down. Terrell, welcome. Appreciate you being in the chat, my brother. Thank you so much. Mike from The Rock in the house. Your boy.
M. Leezy Fo Sheezy. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What's good? Deanna's in the chat as well.
D nice.
Let me
just came up with that.
Right. There you go.
Easy E's in the chat.
What up, E?
Today was a good day.
Yo, what up, Clown? Clown had a plate of nachos. He was living it up, bro. He was living it up. Whoa, all three of my guys. Appreciate that, Deanna.
Whoa.
Right. Connor was in here talking about that EPW After Dark. Jesus De Leon. What's good, Jesus? Appreciate you. Shotgun Saturday night. More like Mayhem Mondays. Right. That's what's happening right now. Let me see here. The devil has re-signed. Oh, we know. Come on. You guys been listening to me long enough. Cut it out.
Pish tosh. We knew that.
Yeah. Enough of this poppycock. All right, let's get into Double or Nothing, man. It's been a staple in AEW. It's been part of the. It's been 5 years, man, since this company started in 2019, man.
Damn, bro. Excuse me. Like that caught me off guard, dude. That is crazy that it's been that long already.
Yeah, it's been quite some time, man. It's been quite some time. Any reflections on AEW in these 5 years? I know we're at like a different place than where we started. AEW kind of came in very hot, and then.
Well, I think tonight, guys, AEW reminded us what made us fall in love or fall in like with them 5 years ago. There were surprises. There were stellar matchups. There was twists. There were turns. I think there was about 3 or 4 swerves. We'll talk about actually a double swerve that happened in the same match. So AEW represented, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been a fan of AEW. I really don't understand the AEW criticism. Attendance is a problem for weekly shows, but other than that, I love what I saw, man. AEW is good for pro wrestling.
Absolutely. And I think some of the criticism is fair, but I think there's an overreach on some of the criticism too. And I think there's some people putting out like bad faith arguments and kind of you're doing too much, bro. Like it sounds like hatred at this point.
It does.
Derek, where do you stand in the 5-year history of AEW, brother?
Same thing. You know, it started out strong, and then it took a dip with sales and everything, crowd attendance. But I still have faith in AEW for what they have done over those past 5 years, and still have faith in them today. And today, I can say they still have proved why I like it and why I love it.
100%, man. Pro Wrestling Shoot in the house was good, Jesse. Appreciate you, family.
Just what up, though?
The instead of AEW is counting this as a reset. Let's go. Show us what you can do. I think AEW has been showing us, though, for the last 5 years. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I thought the Double or Nothing show, they jam-packed this one. They put as much effort as they could into it. And that's the thing. I could feel the effort when it comes to this. That's just one of my things.
Right. Yeah.
But
you know, instead of sitting up here trying to playfully mask a weak Dynamite episode as a pay-per-view, they actually put on a pay-per-view. So salute to AEW for representing on a holiday weekend and showing the world what a pro wrestling pay-per-view should be.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
That is matches that we could see on Raw. Sorry, what happened?
Hubs, I'm going to have you take over for the pre-show bouts, man.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You guys get into the pre-show.
Well, I mean, we had, obviously, you know, Renee and RJ and Jeff Jarrett talk about, you know, what we had upcoming. And to be honest with you, I really was excited about this match because Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa could be a pay-per-view match anywhere in the world, which kind of lends itself to what Conrad was talking about as it relates to how AEW was trying to jam-pack this card. We're talking about a former multi-time world champion going up against a former multi-time world champion. So I really enjoyed how Thunder Rosa came out. I love the outfit. I love the energy. I love Deonna Purrazzo. She represented as well. And they put on a show. They put on a clinic, and it really set the stage for what the night was going to be moving forward. For me, when you're talking about women's wrestling, you always want to put on the best possible product possible. I know that may sound kind of weird because you're supposed to put on the best product possible, period. However, when you start a pay-per-view, arguably the biggest pay-per-view of the year with a women's match, you really want the ladies to come out and set a tone. And I think that's exactly what these two ladies did. They did a great job. It was really a good table setter for the night. Purrazzo came out strong. Obviously, you know, we know with the consideration of Thunder Rosa being a former champion, having forfeited the title, she still has a lot to prove, though she was someone who fell short against the reigning champion in recent months. But to my surprise, Deonna Purrazzo came out on top. I kind of would have picked Thunder Rosa to come out on top in this match, but Deonna Purrazzo proved that she's still in the mix. I think this was kind of like an eliminator, even though it wasn't called an eliminator, guys. But I think this was pretty much an eliminator type situation because it put Purrazzo back on the map as being someone who's relevant in the championship picture. And keep in mind, AEW has 2 women's champions now. So it's not just about the AEW World Championship. It's about the TBS title as well. So Deonna Purrazzo wins and puts herself right back in the mix as it relates to championship gold moving forward. And again, great job by AEW putting in a major contest on the buy-in, on the pre-show, whatever you want to call it, the free-for-all, Sunday Night Heat, whatever you want to call it. But at the buy-in at Double or Nothing, Purrazzo beats Rosa in the opening match of the evening. Then you move forward, okay, and you have a team, okay, guys, that I'm really concerned about, and I want to really dig into this. I'm really concerned about, as Derek welcomes us back, I'm really concerned about the Acclaim. Yeah. I feel like they've lost a lot of steam in the same way, Derek, that I was just talking about how Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa started the night off in a major way, and that's the reason why I feel that they were strategically put in the first match of the night on the buy-in. On the contrary, Derek, I think that the Acclaimed, along with Billy Gunn, were put into the buy-in because they've really lost a lot of steam in recent months. I mean, what do you think about that? You know what I'm saying? Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa was strategic. Let's get the night started off with a bang. But, speaking of bang, 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 gang, going up against the Acclaim, it was kind of like, maybe because the Acclaim is not pay-per-view worthy right now. They've been really struggling lately.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. Like the Acclaim have been falling extremely, I won't say extremely short, but they have fallen quite a bit of ways. Mm-hmm. And I feel for them at times because it's like you want them to succeed because we all love them.
We do.
They put on a great show every single time, but I feel like they ever since they've gone into the trios route, they've kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit, and it's just like, trying to catch up.
Let me jump in here. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. But if you look at it though, Sean, when you're the tag team champs in anything or the trios champs, you got to imagine there's got to be a path to back down. It's not like everything's gonna be hunky dory. You know what I mean? But I like that they have the chip though. That shows that they care.
Yeah.
Well, you were handling some business for a moment. Did you hear what I was talking about as it relates to what Thunder Rosa and Purrazzo did? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I was saying to Derek, and Derek agreed, was that I thought that Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa were put strategically in the opening match on the buy-in to set a tone. I don't think that there was any kind of issue with either one of those two ladies. They came out, they represented. Let's start the night off with a bang. Contrary to that, I think that the Acclaim were put in the buy-in because they have somewhat been lackluster over the past couple of months. I don't think that they were put into the buy-in to continue the bang, to use my same analogy, that Rosa and Purrazzo did. I think it's because, hey, listen, Acclaim is not as popping as they were 6 months ago, 3 months ago, and this was the spot for them on this given evening.
You know how we talked about the struggles with this company?
Yeah.
I want to put this up. There are people who are on certain brands and certain sides. And I think there's Team Cody guys, there's Team Bucks people, there's Team Tony Khan people, and there were Team Punk people. Does that make sense? Like, is that kind of a weird thing to say? But and some people and some of these teams intersected, like Cody and Punk kind of intersected. And I think Brian Cage's Team Bucks, and they wanted to make sure that he was on this card. Meanwhile, the Acclaim saying, well, what do you have for us? We're one of your most over acts. We're the tag champs. We've been the trios champs. So there's a path to being down, and I think there's a path to you have to be careful with what you're saying and what you're doing. And I think they're towing that line, if that makes any sense. I don't know if all three of them are on the same page with where they're going as far as an act. Does that make sense?
I think your point is valid because of the outcome of the match. Because they were victorious, I'll roll with that analogy. Had they lost, it would have been like, okay, they're getting buried. They won the match, right? So we can say, okay, maybe they were just put into this match strategically. Maybe it's not what I said. Maybe Derek and I are wrong about the fact that we feel they've lost a lot of steam. Maybe in AEW's mind, in the brass's mind, they're still doing very well.
And we don't have those numbers to prove it, honestly.
Exactly. But they were victorious, and that does mean something.
Yeah, and I don't mind someone having a chip. Listen, if you want to punish someone, I'm not putting you on pay-per-view. I'm not even putting you on a pre-show. You can stay off TV. Right. You know what I mean? I'll just pay you until the time runs out. That's how some people would handle it. Right. So it just depends on what's going on.
I will say this though, then, gentlemen. I feel like the Acclaim have a long way to go to get back into a tag team championship picture.
I think we just want to see new people in those spots, and I feel like Bucks and I feel like FTR's in that same spot right now, where it's like, well,
FTR was in the main event.
I know they're good, but I don't want to see them with the tag titles again so quickly. Does that make sense? Like you're like, I can't give you the tag title, but I think you're great. Yeah, I think you're great.
Oh, you mean like Jey Uso? Sorry.
Catch more of that tomorrow live on Clash of the Podcast.
One quick side note that I think you guys will really enjoy. And believe me, I'm AEW's #1 fan, but they had all 3 6-man titles, including the pink ones that were the Acclaim's custom titles. That's a little. You don't have to carry out 9 belts.
They're being obnoxious.
Right.
I think is what it is. But that's Bullet Club or Bang Bang Scissor Gang, or I think they're just calling themselves the Bang Bang Gang.
Yes.
So it makes me wonder if there's some issues with the Bullet Club name, maybe.
Right.
Or maybe New Japan's holding on to it a little more tightly. Like, you better stop mentioning that in all your other companies here in North America. You better take it easy.
I'm a little bit more critical than either one of you guys. You guys are a little bit more laid back than I am. But I kid you not, when I saw them walk out with 9 belts, I was like, dude. I was like, that's a bit much.
It's either that or it's a rib.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Check your inbox if you want to see what happened to Toni in the main event. I will check that in a moment, sir. Here's the card for tonight, man. This card was I came in, I thought it was pretty good for the most part. Other than maybe 1 or 2 matches, I was pretty much excited for the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm same way. 1 to 2 matches, I could just be like, all right, well, this is passable.
Looked like it was pure Sheamus to me. Banger after banger after banger.
Well, there's no stories, but I see a lot of stories right here. I see Swerve and Christian, who told the story of them teaming and losing together, and you disrespected my son many months ago. Willow and Mercedes. I mean, if you don't follow New Japan, maybe you don't get the beginning part of the story, but I think they told you for months and months and months what was happening. Right. The jerk EVPs who messed up Tony Khan against Team AEW writes itself. Tony Storm is the champion who is so self-righteous, and Serena Deeb is fighting to come back from her injuries to finally get this opportunity. Will Ospreay's telling a story with the Don Callis family, and this championship is along the way because he thinks he's the best wrestler. Adam Copeland, the wedding ring, and Malakai. There's no story. Okay, Moxley I might let y'all rock with, but even they tried to speed up and tell a quick one. Orange Cassidy and Trent, you may not like it, but there's a story.
It's a story.
Just saying. So when someone says there are no stories in AEW, tell them come holler at your boys over here, because the 3 of us know the stories. I get it. There's stories here.
Yeah, there's definitely stories involved.
Triple main event.
Triple main event. Triple main event.
I feel like they always do this though for Double or Nothing, because you have the world title. It's always the world title. There's a secondary match and then that Anarchy match where they're like, well, what's going to main event? They never really know.
Right, yeah. I think they're just shooting in the dark to decide, like, all right, what's gonna finish the show off, or how we're gonna order, put it in order, and like, all right, this is this.
Right.
And that's how we want.
Yeah, that's sound thinking, Derek. I agree.
Let's start with this opener, because I thought of both of you while watching this. Roderick Strong, Will Ospreay.
Come on, bro.
I don't even know what to say.
Alive today.
This is arguably one of my favorite openers for AEW, I'm going to say.
Yes. I concur with that statement.
Sean, I don't know how you feel about this, but I love this opener.
It took me 2 more matches after this to catch my breath. I was blown away. They both did an outstanding job. I don't want to see Will Ospreay put his life on the line like he did tonight. That was a lot.
The Doomsday?
That was very concerning.
More people should have been concerned for homeboy who jumped over the top rope, Matt Taven. Yeah. Matt Taven's feet caught the top rope. That's what happened. But I thought they were safe enough when they did it, though. He didn't even fully clothesline him. He touched him. Will flipped over. Will barely went over, but he got over enough to, hey. But forget all that, dude. Don Callis tells Will Ospreay to use the Tiger 91 driver. Will refuses to do it again. No problem. Story. There's another story here happening. I just want people to realize it. He refuses to do it. Roderick Strong I don't care what anybody says, dude. Yo, we had to look up how old this guy was. I'm like, man, he's been wrestling for years, bro. And those backbreakers in this match, Sean, were a thing of beauty. Like, he's just a great wrestler in the ring. Maybe you don't think he's much to listen to talk on the mic, but in the ring, oh my goodness, dude.
I mean, at some point in time, you just gotta let it be what it is. And Roddy's good.
The Undisputed Era had 4 members. They were all carried by the music. But Adam Cole deserved his spot. Kyle O'Reilly deserved his spot. Roderick Strong deserved his spot. Roderick Strong is the real deal.
Very, very good. I loved his turn even to join that group. One of my favorite, like 6-man. What was it? It wasn't 6. It was 2 versus 2 versus 2.
Right.
And he ended up turning on his partner to help them retain their titles, which I thought was great.
So cool.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. So Derek left on this finish to this match, you guys, if you didn't know this. Roderick Strong goes for the end of Heartache, right? He tosses you up, lands on the knee, you land on the knees, it's game over. When he threw him up, he landed on his feet. Derek said, oh my God. I won't even repeat what he said. He came back, hidden blade, knocks him out, 1, 2, 3. I was like, bro, how did he even do that? Derek got up and walked outside. I'm not even kidding. He got up and was like, yo, how did he do that? He was like, yo, did this man really just do that? Will Ospreay is amazing.
He's the best wrestler alive today. He's the best in the world, guys. And he proved it again.
More on that. Clash of the Podcast live at 6:05 on Monday. Just letting you guys know.
Later today.
Right.
Tune in. Prince Rockstar said banger opener. I will agree. Fire opening match. Matt saying Ospreay and Strong was one of my matches of the night. I agree. The media scrum is starting with the Young Ducks. Quack, quack. Jeez Louise. Bobby Fish is the weak link, Rockstar said. You said it, not me.
Right. Yeah, when that sequence happened, I had nowhere else to go but outside.
I don't blame you.
I like Hubs, when I tell you, man, I went outside, closed the door, stepped back in front of the screen, and I was like, yo, are we serious right now? Is this what we're doing right now?
Guys, the dude is Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart and Jushin Thunder Liger all wrapped up into one.
Dude,
he's outstanding.
Listen, the sheer disrespect that this man gets is outrageous.
Listen,
it's crazy.
And Matt just brought it up, and I don't know if you guys talked about this. I forgot to mention it when I came back. The Owen Hart tournaments for the men and the women this year are going to be happening still in the summertime, and it's going to be happening in Calgary, dramatic pause, Alberta, Canada. But this time they're putting titles on the line. Matt Lopez just said, let Will Ospreay win the Owen Hart's men tourney. He is my favorite pick right now going into this.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, you've got this right now, bro. You've got people's attention, I think, with your last match and a lot of stuff that happened. Put on the best tournament that you can. Do not hold back on this tournament. Sean may feel like there was a tournament that was held back on. Do not hold back on this tournament. All right, go in and let these guys light it up. I'm telling you.
Please do.
Easy.
Martha. Chill. Rockstar's calling for Jamie Hayter to win the women's. I don't know if Hayter's back yet. I don't know. Time will tell with that. And that's something me and Derek will be talking about on the Dynamite reviews every Wednesday after AEW at 10:10. Check us out. I'm chilling. Let's talk about the follow-up after that match. Adam Cole comes by. He storms by everybody. Wardlow got kicked out in that match. His other people got kicked out.
That guy sucks.
Adam Cole comes out and
that guy sucks. If you don't know it by now, that guy sucks.
I feel for Wardlow, man.
You should feel for Wardlow.
You don't know. He even put up another one where he was like, yeah, I remember how this was. It's been since that Double or Nothing where MJF threatened to leave. He's had the worst luck ever since then.
Oh, yeah, he definitely has.
Hard times. Get him back up. Hopefully this story will help, but I don't know if it can hang on long enough for people.
He's still doing this, but I don't hear any music playing.
Powerbomb Symphony, baby. Adam Cole comes out and he starts running down everything. He's the greatest. He's the best. And guess who makes their return at this point? Maxwell Jacob Helmsley.
Looking like Mini H.
Listen, who wore it better, folks? Who wore it better? They came out with the jean jacket. He knew what he was doing here.
Oh, yeah.
But I appreciate MJF's approach, though. No more kangaroo kicks. No more. He is going to be the MJF that is a hater. Right. Same reason why y'all love Derek is exactly what he said he was going to do. Hate. I hope BJ gets to listen to this on the playback. But yeah, I thought that it was really interesting what they did.
It was.
Sean,
it was outstanding. I predicted that he would return tonight, and I'm so glad that I was right about that because AEW needs MJF. And you know what I think? I think Conrad, and I'm sure you felt the same way, Derek. I felt like you guys were right. I felt like it would not be until later on in the year. But I think that the reason why it happened tonight, and I admit my prediction was a little bit outside the box, but I was hoping against hope that he would come back because I feel like tonight is hitting the reset button. Deanna was talking about that in the chat. Tonight was a big night for AEW. I think a phone call was made. I think it was like, hey, listen, I know you're not supposed to come back to Long Island on June 30th or whatever, but I think you should come back tonight. Let's get this thing rolling again. MJF is good for AEW, and him coming back tonight was a pleasant surprise, and I love what this symbolizes. It symbolizes that AEW is not playing games.
They can't afford to lose him.
No.
I don't care what. I heard a lot of, hey, make sure that you guys, show love to MJF possibly going to WWE. Maybe it happens. He'll be better than The Miz there. He'll be better there. All right, listen. I don't have an issue with you saying that, but this is going to go back to what I've said for both companies. Your rosters need to be strong.
Right.
WWE's roster is better than where it was 2 years ago, but they could probably still use a couple people. That's why the free agency thing is disappointing, at least me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but you could have went after some more free agents.
Yeah.
And MJF being out there, if you're WWE, you'd be a fool not to want him. You'd be a fool.
Right.
But I said it years ago on a podcast me and Sean did, and I think everyone looked at me like I was crazy. I hope you remember this, Sean, because I keep receipts.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell a lot of people stuff, and then when people argue with me, it's kind of like me with the PR media. I'm just looking at everybody. Remember when, man, Conrad's talking crazy. Conrad, what are you talking about? Right. Yeah, I just posted that 4 people posted the same thing. The exact same thing. Yeah, but I'm crazy. So anywho, I remember I said MJF is going to be a breakout star, the top heel in pro wrestling, and someone was like, no. On that, you remember this podcast?
I do.
No, Conrad. And I was like, you're crazy.
You were scoffed at.
Yeah. Now who's scoffing? This dude is wanted throughout this business.
Right.
I'm telling you, he is good for business. I hope he's back permanently. They didn't really give a full indication, but AEW needs MJF a lot. Yeah. And it's good that they know it. It's good that it's like the pay-per-view thing. You have to work for it. You want your buy rates? Give me something that's worth $50.
Absolutely.
It's not just some subscription service and you're just putting on whatever you're going to put on and that's it.
Right.
So go out there and do your thing. Jocelyn, hey, what's up? Appreciate
what up,
you.
Jocelyn? How you doing?
Appreciate it.
You know when AEW wakes up, and I think they're in the process of doing so, when they realize that, listen, we're at war here, they're going to be all right. I think they got a little bit complacent. And I think tonight, look, MJF's return is really, really big, guys. It's massive. And it really can turn the tide a little bit, in my opinion, as WWE is starting to get a little lukewarm again. I don't know if everybody feels that way. Certainly attendance does not subscribe itself to that. I think it's starting to get a little lukewarm again. So until The Rock and Roman Reigns comes back, this is AEW's time.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You bring up an excellent point there too with that, with the idea of they need MJF. I agree with what Deanna has up here and many others. And I know, James, I see you in the chat trying to be funny. how much for the tattoo removal. I think he'll put a WWE tattoo on the other side, honestly, if he did decide to leave. But he is over here now. Why? Well, listen, if you're number one, I don't care what you think it is. If you think it's a number two company, why would you leave? They're letting you be the top dog over here. What are you going to be if you go over there?
Right.
You going to be bigger than The Rock?
No.
You going to be bigger than Cody? You think Cody wants that? Bigger than Punk?
No.
I know everybody wants to see those feuds happen again, but
yeah, but that's.
But I would rather be the top guy over here. Where listen, I know your checkbook's endless.
Everybody wants to be a big fish in a small pond. The problem with being a big fish in a big pond is sometimes you drown. Yeah. Stick with your small pond and continue to flourish.
Yeah, and there's a lot of games to be played in that one too. Just like there's a lot of games to be played in AEW. People are saying Tanahashi has joined the media scrum. Good. Wasn't necessary to mention Gomez. The guy is gone. But that's what people get a kick out of. In the world of AEW, things exist. They don't pretend no one exists. No, you exist. It happens. I don't really care, but hey, listen. He's cutting his promo. He's talking his talk.
Honestly, I feel like that had to happen because so many people, I won't say so many people were calling him out, but you had too many rumors going out about him. Like, no, he's not staying with y'all. He's coming to us. He's coming to us. Like, can we finish out the rest of the year to figure out if he is or if he isn't?
Listen, MJF wasn't going anywhere. He's been signed since that Double or Nothing thing. There's no way you let him leave that room without it. I told Sean I will cut a promo on Tony Khan if I ever found out MJF was not re-signed. I would have cut a promo on him so badly you guys would never forget it. I promise you. If you would have pulled the plug, if you would have heard swearing and you had someone around you, you'd have pulled the plug on me because that's how bad it would have been to be that foolish. But he didn't, so we're good.
I said from day one that they should sign. I know Jey Uso's contract is not coming up, and I know you guys are going to say, here we go again. Discontented superstars are signable. You need, if there's ever a rumor about somebody being discontented.
You heard the rumor this week for someone.
I did. Becky Lynch. If there's something Becky Lynch's contract expires this week. So who are you talking about?
Ricochet.
Really?
Yeah, I saw some people saying Ricochet because
he's the speed champion. Why would he be upset?
Hey, listen.
Who knows?
The speed champion. Don't get me started.
Rob said AEW is better with MJF and they know it. Listen, people are gonna go where they go, man. Max returning to LA makes sense since WBD will be around for Tony. Could be. Let's continue on. There were more matches on this show. WWE gave up the trademark for Big Time Becky. Nah, I think they're just over that gimmick. I don't see her leaving. That's my bet on it.
Yeah, I don't see her leaving either.
Sean?
I'd love it, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Let's get into the Bang Bang Gang. Even on the graphic, I just want people to notice that. And Death Triangle, Derek's favorite trios team.
Yes.
This was fire. I love this match.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, this was a good match. A lot of sloppiness, but, you know.
Here you go. Enough of the hate. Juice Robinson returned in the finish here. He helped them. Jay White hits the Blade Runner on Pac. And voila, Trios champs retain. I listen. I like them as a group, man. Bullet Club. I thought this is where Big Bill would have fit if they needed like one more member. Big Bill was the guy, but they didn't go that route. But Bullet Club Gold, looking good.
Yeah, they are
strong.
Definitely looking good.
Strong. I don't have a lot to say except strong. And Juice Robinson's return was solid.
He said you can keep Ricochet. Give me King Puma. I don't know if they can use that name, Prince Puma. John G, thank you for joining us. Chair Relax, welcome. Appreciate you guys, man. Don't forget to hit that like button and check us out. Let's get into the next one, which was the Women's Championship match. I told Derek I'm gonna come on here. I'm strutting tonight. What I tell y'all was the best division in AEW. Hold on, let me put myself back on here. What I tell y'all for weeks, months now. What's the best women's division? What's the best division AEW? Yeah, I'm tired. Women's division. I've been telling y'all, they put all the women's matches were good to great tonight.
They were
good to great. Oh no, this division's not so good. Yeah, say it now.
Right. The fact that people still believe that the women's division in AEW isn't the best is crazy. Like, I'm sorry.
No, they're coming around.
I get it, but like you should have been on that train a long time
ago.
Sean, what did you think of the women's match here with Toni Storm and Serena Deeb?
I hate predictable outcomes, but this match was so well done, it didn't bother me. You know how I am about predictable outcomes. I can't stand matches where you can pretty much 99.9% guarantee the winner. We all knew that she was going to retain, talking about Toni Storm, but they kicked it so good.
They got me. I cannot front. On the apron, the detox on the apron, and in the ring, I was like, she about to lose.
It was amazing. I mean, what a fantastic job by Serena Deeb and Toni Storm. I'm just outstanding work. And I'll say this is a little bit of a spoiler: the best women's match of the night.
Ooh,
okay, all right.
I don't know if I'm going to agree with that fully, but I'm going to rock with you.
Yeah.
So I love the storytelling in this of the towel part 2, where it looked like Luther was going to throw in and Toni saw him with it. They throw it into the crowd. They even teased when Toni was grabbing her knee, is Mariah May going to do something? They knew what they were doing with it. I was like,
yes,
if
sir.
Mariah May turns, it's over.
Yeah.
But Mariah May's going to be in that Owen Hart Cup tournament too.
She is.
Just pointing it out there. I thought this was phenomenal. Superstorm pile, or what was it? What is the Storm Zero? Pile driver from the top rope, and then another one for the win. Loved it.
Clunky though. Little clunky. That just clunky in mentality. Storm Zero from the top rope wasn't enough. You had the Storm Zero again once that was kind of you could have pinned her right there. I'm picking for straws.
I see it as New Japan style when they do that stuff, because New Japan always does 2 finishes sometimes to make sure you're done.
Okay, there you go.
And I think they view it as that's how you make someone stronger, but you're not wrong either. You know what I mean? It's how you view it. Wrestling is subjective, folks.
It is.
But a great match.
Let's see. Toni Serena was a great one. I love it. The match was proof that the women can slay.
Agreed. Best women's match.
Wow. Toni and Deeb was much better than Moné and Willow, even with the turn. I
told you, bro.
I'm disagreeing with that. I am going to disagree. Mariah's my pick to win the women's Owen Hart. See?
That women's match, bell to bell now. That bell to bell. That women's match we're going to be talking about in a few minutes is the reason why it wasn't an A+ pay-per-view.
I'm disagreeing fully. There's another match out here that I didn't like, that I think, if we're going to talk about the match that brought it down a little, and actually we're about to get into the slump, I think, of the show here for a second.
Okay.
But I think this was meant to be cool down. Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta up next. This is basically former best friends collide. Trent did a great job when they asked, "You're having a match with Orange Cassidy. What stipulation do you pick for this to be the match?" What would a heel say? A regular match. I loved it. That was great. I was like, that's heat, brother. That's heat. Trent went for a go-go plata. Orange kind of just flipped out of it to a jackknife and won. There's more to be told into the story here for it. And remember how I said, like, Orange was on this high? Like, think of where he was last year. Where's Orange now? He's on the cool-down trail.
Yeah.
But he's getting to work with his friend. It's cool. It's all good. There's a story to be told here. I have been calling it for weeks. I think Trent Beretta is joining the Don Callis family.
Think so?
I think that's a sound assessment on your part. Yep.
I did like Tony switching up the music for Orange tonight. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone wants to add anything to this. Feel free, but that's all I got. Orange wins, and there's more to it.
1993, stunning Steve Austin, Brian Pillman, breaking up the team. Clearly not a great idea. The difference is the Hollywood Blondes were the hottest team in the business. Best Friends is not. So it didn't hit the same way it hit back when the Hollywood Blondes broke up. However, decent match.
I think it doesn't hit either because Orange was not the tag partner. It was Chuck.
Well, they
Taylor.
were still yes, that's true. They were still a team.
Yeah, I just don't think it hit. Like, you knew Orange and Chuck weren't winning that match.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not the tag team of the group. So it felt weird. Don't forget about Deeb. Yeah, no, the Hollywood Blondes will go down as way worse. Trust me. That's a botch. Okay. And Mercedes is in the scrum. Clarifying on that report. Hurt Beretta again. Mama Sue's going to drive Don to the ring. I do not want to see Don Callis in a car with Mother Sue. Let's talk about the FTW match. This is another one where I'm kind of like, okay. We're going to continue this story, apparently.
He just figures out a way, guys. Figures out a way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know you guys hate it.
It's just, it's not even hate. It's just, come on, Chris. Like, Chris Jericho, why does he go into these stories and they go on for so long sometimes? I'm just like,
you're talking about the wrong thing, Brother Conrad, and I can see my guy Derek's face. You're talking about the wrong thing, and Derek's thinking about the wrong thing. Yes, I'm a mind reader. The bottom line of what you should be talking about right now, it's working. He's done it again. He's reinvented himself, and it's working again.
As you see the face palms in here, I think a lot of people are not feeling this.
A lot of people are feeling it, though.
I don't know, man. You're on a slippery slope with Jericho.
Very slippery.
That brother knows how to reinvent himself, man. The learning tree gimmick is working. It is.
Look at this. They dragged poor Brian Keith into this mess. We'll see. We'll see in the end. I just think.
What do you mean? What do you mean? We'll see, though. It's happening right in front of you.
No, because here's what's going to happen. This isn't over yet.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, I'm over this. Like, move on quickly. Jericho gets these ideas that he just... It's Orange Cassidy. I'm in it. Okay, mimosa matches. What more do you want? Then he gets his group. They get the blood and guts. They do all this other stuff. Then it was MJF. Leeches onto him. It was like 6 months, bro. Enough, Jericho. Enough, bro. And here we are again with Hook. Well, we'll do this and then we'll do that. I'm like, all right.
And what happens in a month when I'll just say a month to be merciful. What happens in a month when Hook realizes that he's making a mistake and then he embraces being under the learning tree? Then we have a whole new adventure to embark on. What happens now? Look, check it out, guys. Y'all know me. Check it out. What happens when Hook turns on his father? Hello? Come on, I'm trying to give y'all. Come on, man. This thing has possibilities.
It does.
No, this can backfire. Can Conrad be the PR guy for a second? If you find out anything with those allegations and Jericho come out, or you find out something's true, something did happen, Chris doesn't want to speak about it, whatever, you're going to be in big trouble. Like, what are you doing? Not just him, anyone involved in this. Like, no.
Well, it could, from a real life standpoint, it could blow up. That's true.
That's why I'm saying don't.
I'm talking strictly storyline.
I don't know.
Hook turns on his dad and embraces being on the learning tree. That's must-see TV.
Sean, what was the last storyline where Chris Jericho helped someone come up?
Help someone come up?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like help someone, like somebody under his wing?
Chris working with them is a big reason why they came up.
Sammy Guevara, right? Or are you talking about Kevin Owens?
If you're going that far back, we have a problem. But
big deal.
Well, he's working with him now. We don't have the result.
Okay,
yet.
just help me. Sammy Guevara? No, who are you talking about?
No, I mean, I guess you could argue Sammy. I'm just asking you a general question. Who do you think was the last person Jericho helped?
I think Jericho helped MJF in a major way. I think Chris Jericho helped Jon Moxley.
Do you think they helped him?
I don't think Jericho needs help.
See,
that's the key.
I think Jericho finds out who's on the come up, and he's like, "I'm working with you."
Oh no, I don't get that impression. I don't get
Kevin
that impression.
Owens. Just tell me all the people he's worked with. They're always on the rise. It ain't Chris Jericho going out there like, you know what, Dante Martin, Kevin
Owens was a teammate of AJ Styles when AJ Styles was hotter than fish grease.
Kevin Owens just won the Universal title. He was hot. Triple H helped him. Then he was like, "You and me, brother. Let's go."
Oh, so Chris Jericho was an opportunist?
I think so.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Had to be.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to move on because this is your show. I want to be respectful. Chris Jericho is a freaking genius.
Opportunities usually are seen that way. I just watched The Social Network. I've never seen it, but I watched it in clips the other day. He looked like a genius too, huh? Just saying. I'm just saying. You know who else was a genius, Sean? Ray Kroc. You guys know what he owns, right? Yeah, McDonald's. He's a genius.
Well, he's a genius, but he was also a thief.
Depending
Chris Jericho comes up with his own stuff. Chris Jericho, the list, stupid idiot. Like, he makes stuff that's stupid into. You guys don't want to recognize this because you guys are taking a lot of pain in this. The learning tree is working. Listen to the crowd reaction. The learning tree is working.
We'll see. Someone said Jericho's the reason why they lose viewers.
Oh, that's not true. Okay. All right. Okay.
Big Bill definitely almost got impaled by that table tonight. I was worried about that.
That was scary.
Yeah, when he leaned up, Derek was like, if he was like an inch over more.
That close. That was scary.
Yeah. Hook looked cool in this. You know what though? I hope this gets Bryan Keith more TV time. I don't want to say it's all doom and gloom, Sean, but I'm just saying watch Jericho, and I'm just watching his moves, and I'm like, okay. But I'm also telling people who are like, he should take some time off. He can't do that anymore. Right. Those days are long gone. He can't do it. Right. He said he liked this match, but then he also says Jericho is definitely an incubus. A lot of people say Leech.
I just salute him. I mean, somebody who can reinvent himself that much. I mean, in the history of pro wrestling, people try and reinvent themselves, and it doesn't work. Chris Jericho has had successful changes to his character like 10 times. No exaggeration.
Yeah, he figures it out. I mean, there are some, too, where there's like the misses, and then we don't speak of those. But, right, yeah.
Well, tell me when he's missed.
GFY.
Okay.
He tried to start saying now, like, yeah.
All right, that's true. That's true.
He's had some misses lately, but he is still probably one of the greats of all time when it comes to his in-ring performances and stuff that he's done. I'm just saying we have to be careful with this. How you feel about Jericho now is how you feel about Jericho now. I'm going to move on. He's still for the world champion. See how that pops up too? World champion for Jericho for the world champion. I'm not mad at it. It's just I think that's why they named it that, so that I'm
for the world champion.
Yeah. Not an issue with it. And this is my match where I think everything kind of took a nosedive for like overall card. Like you're like, what's the weakest match on the show? Right here. And it's not because it was a bad match. I think it was because of what it was there for. You've got Konosuke Takeshita challenging Jon Moxley in an Eliminator match. It focused on Moxley's left shoulder. But I didn't feel anything for this match. And I don't mean that in like, oh, there needed to be a story or anything like that. What would it have hurt if Takeshita would have won a challenge for the title?
Nothing.
Go ahead, Derek. Go.
No, you go.
I was just going to I honest to God don't have much to say about this except if Moxley was going to win, why wasn't you should have just made it a title match.
Right. Basically.
Yeah, I don't know. This one was just hard for me. Like, I want more for Konosuke. That's what I'm basically saying at this point. Like,
I definitely think that.
Moxley's been to the mountaintop a few times, and I think this is where he gets stuck. He's in that, like, upper middle of the card. This Never mind. I'm not even gonna bring it up. I'm gonna keep the stream. I'm gonna keep it peaceful tonight. Just know that I did that for you guys. I was gonna bring up a point to when someone came into the company. This was the spot he was relegated to with some other people, and I don't think they like that.
Yeah, no. And yeah, man.
It was a mid match.
It was
okay. Like, I don't hate it, and if someone loves it, love it.
Yeah, kudos to you. I definitely felt like it could have been better, but I'm not going to nitpick. But in the same token of breath, though, this might not be it, Chief. This might not be it.
Yeah,
that was a match where people could have got some popcorn or something.
Absolutely, had some good cheddar popcorn the other day from the movies, or
nice.
Yesterday. What's the Planet of the Apes? It was pretty good,
Nice.
pretty good. See how we changed up the subject of matches that we don't care about. Moving on, people. Moving on. This might, I don't know, man. This is another arguer for sleeper. Yo, by the way, Derek lost his mind during this match. And he felt so good because he called something, and I was like, I don't know about that, man. And then when Derek was right, he had to let you know.
Yeah.
This match, barbed wire, steel cage, lots of blood, weapons. I don't know, Sean. What'd you think? What'd you think of this one?
I thought it was really good. I mean, Gangrel, we all know Gangrel came out. I'll be honest with you, like Gangrel, we worry when the old timers come out, and especially those who are not really as active as they used to be. You hope they don't strictly, not to make fun of them, but strictly you just hope that they don't embarrass themselves because you have respect, right?
Right.
He hit his Impaler DDT successfully twice. He moved around well. It moved the story along, and I absolutely loved the double swerve. The double swerve with Malakai's group seemingly turning on him to join up with Edge just for the swerve to go back in favor of Malakai. That was because honestly, I went crazy when they joined Edge for that 5 seconds. And then I went crazy again when they turned on Edge. That was outstanding.
Very well done when they did that. I love that they did that. As soon as they did it, someone was watching here and they were like, yeah, he's going to WWE. As soon as they stood next to Copeland, and then when they started beating him down, they were like, there's hope. There's hope. And honestly, I thought, once again in this match, I thought Malakai had it won at one point. I was like, yo, fantastic. I thought it was over. They didn't get it. And then when it seemed like all hope was gone, they hit this little brooding theme. The light turns red. Gangrel pops up from underneath the mat. Derek loses his mind. If you didn't know, the Brood is one of Derek's like favorite things of all time. That's what got him into like wrestling hard body. That's why he likes Adam Copeland, FKA Edge. Right. It was great. Derek loved the blood spit from the mat. He was digging it all. I was like, dude, yo, Sean, let me say this. True, answer this 100% honest for me. You're hooked up to a lie detector right now. Go back to everything Gangrel ever did. Is this not better than anything WWF ever did with Gangrel? And I mean that.
Well, Gangrel was the leader of the Brood, but very quickly Christian and Edge became the two most popular out of the three. Maybe tonight was his best night ever.
It might have been. It definitely might have been.
I mean, he didn't botch it. The DDTs were clean. And he got a good crowd reaction. Tonight was his night. You may be right.
Yo, think about the only match I can think of where people always talk about it. Remember, it was him and X-Pac at the Royal Rumble. That's because of the Teddy Long like botching it.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, like, and I'm not even blaming Teddy for that. I don't care about that match. Like,
I mean, he was the leader of the Brood, and he was the leader of the Brood for quite a while. But it was very quick that we realized Edge and Christian were better.
Yeah. Someone said you ain't like his WWE CW run. Cut it out. This match was epic and good.
Actually, a good question. Like, how long did it take for us to realize Edge and Christian were better? It happened kind of fast.
Yeah,
very fast. Vince Russo watched Lost Boys, and he thought he could make it work, and I think it was fine when they were the disciples, but I think Gangrel should have been the manager longer. But then he had the Hardys. He just like moved too fast. They're like, yeah, these are the guys behind you are the stars, not you. So that's probably why they cut him. But Gangrel is a legend. If you don't know who Vampire
Deanna said day one.
It's just me, Oos.
yo, the Brood makes their debut. That guy sucks.
How dare
Wow.
the Brood was always a vehicle to push Edge. 100%, I believe that though.
Christian was a pleasant surprise.
Right, because remember, the Brood started. It was Edge and Gangrel were friends before, and that's why they were feuding. And then Christian joined him, and then Edge joined that side, which was a great swerve throughout it. The Conquistadors, fanging and banging. Matt, inappropriate, sir. Inappropriate. I don't know if he still directs videos, we'll say. But, fun. Copeland gets the win with a crossface using barbed wire. Don Callis pops up and says he's presenting a contract to someone on Wednesday. Trent Beretta. That's my call.
Definitely. And you're 100% right.
Here's where it's about to get interesting, folks, because I can't wait to hear this.
Here we go.
TBS Championship, Willow Nightingale defends against Mercedes Moné. Don't get shy now.
No. Listen, this match, I love both of them. This match was really good. Better than what I thought it was going to turn out.
Yeah, not bad. Like sometimes when someone's gone for over a year, I expect a little ring rust, and maybe you saw some little moments there, but for the most part, these two worked fine. I thought it was great, I thought Mercedes playing the heel was the better call.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. I can't say enough about this match except it was just amazing. It was amazing to me because Mercedes has been out for so long, and Willow's been doing her thing. I completely did not believe that the chemistry was going to work for them.
I think I saw it before in the New Japan match, but I liked it a lot. I'm coming to you, buddy.
I think Derek has taken my title as the nicest out of the three of us. I think everybody knows I'm nicer than you, Conrad. But
believe what you want, folks.
it's the truth. We all know that. But I thought that I was even nicer than Derek. But I think Derek has taken over the title of nicest out of the three of us. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't care how long Mercedes Moné has been out injured. That doesn't make a darn bit of difference to me. We're not going to give bonus points because she came back from injury. If you're cleared to wrestle, you're cleared to wrestle, and you're expected to deliver. This match did not deliver, and I've been trying to figure out a word to describe this match, and it's certainly not going to be a derogatory word, but it's not going to be a complimentary word either. And the word that I came up with was serviceable. This was a serviceable match. They did a good job. They did not do a great job. And at the end of the day, Willow Nightingale carried Mercedes Moné. If Mercedes Moné was cleared to go, Mercedes Moné should have delivered better than what she did. And she didn't even execute her finisher correctly, and that's not the first time she screwed it up.
That's not on her, the finisher. That's on the opponent.
Figure it out.
Well, but no, you just blame Mercedes for something that's not in her control. You got to get around and then get to me for the DDT. Maybe the move's too complicated for people to do.
Deeb and Toni Storm outclassed Willow. And you know how I feel about Willow. I love Willow. Deeb and Storm outclassed Moné and Willow.
I don't know what Rockstar's trying to say. I love this match better. Deeb and Toni was better. Okay. I disagree 100% on this match, bro. Rockstar.
I respect it. I respect y'all.
Get a new finisher. She could do that. I think that's in her best interest because too many people make mistakes.
Yeah.
When it comes to it.
They do. They definitely make way too many mistakes. And
Conrad, who could you say is a bigger Mercedes Moné fan before these recent terrible promos? Who would you say is the biggest Mercedes Moné fan you know?
I thought you.
Yeah, she's been disappointing since her AEW arrival. And this match this certainly wasn't a 4-star match. For the love of God, man, we've been waiting for this debut for months. For months. You think this match was a grand slam? This match was a single. Now a single can win you the game, but it's certainly not a home run.
I'm gonna say hell to the no on that. It says switch to the overdrive. No. I thought this was a great match.
A great match.
I'm telling you, on my scale, I'm saying it. I thought it was really, really good. They went out there and delivered.
No, I don't agree. The aftermath made it. If you're going to include the aftermath, cool. But bell to bell, it was a decent match.
Man, tough. After the match, which played into the finish, I thought Stokely and Statlander turn on Willow. They blamed her basically afterwards, saying like it was her fault.
Right.
I don't know how much carrying they wanted Willow to do for them, but okay. We'll see where this is going.
Yeah. And in all reality, bro, to me, this match did its thing in its own right. Mm-hmm. Let me say that. It did its thing in its own right. I was definitely looking for Mercedes to come back and perform like straight gaga. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. But here's my question, though. He's saying satisfactory, but the people who are on, like, it's like a mix of both people on both sides. Match was decent, not match of the year. How can we compare stuff to match of the year? What, you wanted Danielson Ospreay too from this? Like, you weren't getting that. I'm sorry to say that. I'm trying not. Am I being not realistic? Like, no. If every match we're going to compare it to match of the year,
that wasn't my comparison.
No, but I'm just saying we're going to have a real negative show then, and we're going to compare. Let's Orange and Trent versus match of the year, folks. Like, you can't do that.
Look at Leezy's comment, bro.
What, the women's title over the TBS title?
Better match.
Listen. If you're feeling it, feel it.
Average match, chair relaxer. Come on, bro. Listen, man, I respect y'all's opinion. I'm with y'all 100% on a lot of things. This match disappointed. It was a halfway decent match, but this wasn't indicative of what I expected to see. The promos leading up to this match on Willow's side were excellent. Mercedes just needs to stop talking. I've come to that conclusion. Just take a mic out of her hand, give her a manager. Stokely should have ended up with her.
That still might be the situation.
Right.
Like I said, you need content filler for Dynamite. And also, who knows who she's going to be wrestling. I think she's going to be one of the people with a match on the pay-per-view for Forbidden Door. Now,
that doesn't mean that she can't run it back and be the old Mercedes that we know and love. This is one night. And like I said, if I want to put a number on it, I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. That's a C.
Right. Someone said Mercedes doesn't live up to the hype. I mean, is that now? All right, I got to say something.
Say something, bro. It's your show. Say what you got to say.
I'm going to say it now. I have an issue with the whole did Sasha Banks not live up to the hype for some people, or is it Mercedes Moné that's not living up to the hype for some people? That's what I'm here to ask.
I think Mercedes Verano did not live up to what she was supposed to do tonight.
I don't know. Mercedes always struggled with women bigger than her.
Yeah.
Well, that's 90% of people then. You get what I'm saying, Sean? Like, some of the comments here, I'm refuting them right back. Like, I don't think that's true. Mercedes on the media scrum says she wants to challenge her for Japan on June 30th. Okay. Do your thing.
Right.
Do your thing. Do you think she works better in the WWE system to you?
I think, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I think Sasha Banks runs laps around Mercedes Moné. Laps.
I just don't know.
Sasha Banks, and you know what? And you know how critical I am of WWE. Both of you guys do. WWE gets a lot of things wrong. They got Sasha Banks right. Because Mercedes Moné, I don't need that. Mercedes Moné has been very lackluster to me. Her match tonight was okay, and we can all agree her promos have been weak.
Moné thinks she's better than she is, and honestly, her best friends wrestle better than she does.
I wouldn't say that, Deanna. I think they're all on the pretty much the same level. Mercedes Moné in the ring is one of the best in the world. You wouldn't know that by watching her tonight.
Well, I mean, how are you supposed to feel when you got to give it up every time to Charlotte Flair? Or if you got to take a step back so your other friend can get it instead? Oh, Becky Lynch is going to main event WrestleMania with Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? But then you're called upon every single time. We need a good match from you, though.
Right.
It's time for, I need you to put so-and-so over. I mean, I don't know, man.
I wish her well. I'm still a fan. I just don't like what I've seen thus far.
People say she's trash with the WWE.
Not
Without the WWE.
trash. Not trash. They just they maneuvered her correctly.
Yeah.
This Mercedes Verando, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that. Mercedes Verando, the human. Let's put that. Okay, Mercedes Verando, right? You put the Sasha Banks stuff on her. Then you put the Mercedes Moné stuff on her. I think Mercedes Verando is better as a pro wrestler as Sasha Banks.
I don't know. I just feel it's the same gimmick. You know what I mean? You know how I say, like, when you look at Jade Cargill, it's the same gimmick from AEW, guys. This is the same gimmick, I feel.
Yeah.
Right.
With minor updates that maybe she wanted to. I think Moné needs more time. This is her legit first time back on American TV that is in WWE. That is a learning curve because remember, she's from NXT where we're going to teach you how to do everything.
Right.
That's why I think the promos sometimes are hurt because there's no script for you.
Right.
You're just going to go do it. So how do you adjust to that?
Right.
Do your job and make them look good, which makes you look good. Holla at Dolph Ziggler. I mean, making other people look good only gets you but so far too, because then they're going to say, well, make people look good all the time.
Right.
No.
It's just me, Oos.
Yeah. You know who else made people look good? Shawn Michaels. You know what he stopped doing? Making people look good when he wanted to. Oh, that's why Shawn Michaels got to the top. I'm just saying. Ziggler was still out there making people look good in 2019, 2020.
Oh, you think Tatanka's better than me? Watch this.
Count out. I agree that WWE made her look better, although I've never been a fan. I can tell by Zach, and I wasn't trying to be mean when I picked on you, but you know I'm not lying though, right? I could smell that he didn't like her from the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that I want people just to say. Like, I've never been a fan of her. That's fine. I agree. They got Sasha right. Wish her the best, but end goal is to go back to the E at some point. But why? Why does it have to be that?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Jay, I feel you, James, but I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, no. She needs a fresh start, and being here is that fresh start. If she goes back to the other program,
remember she sat out and she only had 3-4 matches, and then she got injured.
But here's the thing, Derek. I want to piggyback off of what you just said, bro. I loved Mercedes Moné in New Japan. What the heck happened? I'm not just talking about WWE. For those couple of months she was in New Japan, she was killing it. She was great. I'm talking about this AEW. What the heck are they doing? They give her Gunther's music. She's dancing in the ring. Her whole promos, her laughing hysterically. What the hell's going on here?
But Sean, I think it's when you imagine you go to school where they tell you this is the test, this is what it's going to be on. We're going to do a test on chapter 1. We're going to do a test on chapter 2, a test on chapter 3. Now you go to a new school and they're like, read chapters 1 through 5 and then write an essay for me. That's what this is now. You what? I'm writing you write the essay. That's what this is now. It's different.
Easy just said her presentation is exactly the same. That's not true. You think let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Mercedes Moné was exactly the same in New Japan as she is right now? Absolutely not.
I think the only thing different is her themes, but she
wasn't cutting these ridiculous promos in New Japan.
I can bring up that promo where she did the Mayu Sucks with the guitar. I didn't think that was great, but not for our audience either. That's how I viewed it. I'm like, well, maybe this is getting over there.
Right.
Can she not talk without a script? Ask Jake Hager. There's a lot of people who can't do that. Y'all get mad. I'm just telling you guys the truth. come listen to me.
Right.
Moné has personal promo writers. Does she?
Fire him.
Yeah.
Well,
see, fire them.
Yeah.
WWE is good at building characters and playing to what their strengths are. AEW, I think, are left to their own devices. Some people are MJF, some aren't. Yeah, that's what I think. You will excel on the mic if you are good on the mic.
Right.
AEW made a point to hire the writer she was comfortable working with in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Side note, but for God's sake, can they end the show at 11 East for the old folk? Corey, they trying to give you that $50 worth too now.
They gave you your money's worth tonight.
I'm just letting you know. We'll move on and see. We'll see what happens with this going forward. Like I said, I enjoyed it, Sean. That might be an interesting poll before we do tomorrow. Maybe we both should try to post that at some point.
About who's better, Mercedes Moné?
No. Did you think that Mercedes Moné match was good or not? It being better doesn't matter. If you ask me, like, which match had the more exciting falls and stuff where they made you wonder, it was that match. But I knew Mercedes had to win this one here.
Right.
We could pay her all that money.
I'm down to put a poll up. Pause. But at the end of the day, I think it should be 3. It should be good, bad, or okay. Because my vote was okay.
Yeah, and our votes are good.
Right.
So I'd be interested to see what everyone thought about it.
Yeah.
Let's get to this match here. Swerve and Christian Cage. This one was pretty dope. Christian came out in his usual turtleneck self, and Swerve Strickland, my guy, came out with the Warriors entrance, even the gear.
Warriors.
I wish we had bottles here, but
oh man,
no bottles.
Come out and play.
Might have to watch that one later.
Classic, man. Classic.
Man.
Play the video game too.
Just like
I still have that game, bro.
Look chitter chatter pitter patter.
Yeah. See, he knew it was coming to play.
That's a Craig Mack song. I'm not referencing anybody else.
Craig Mack is a G.
Yes.
Nobody else in that video but Craig Mack in my mind.
No
Craig
comment.
Mack featuring no one.
John, stop this where it is. Just stop this where this is. Let's get into
flavor
this.
in the air.
Please stop, both of you. I cannot combat this alone. Chat, please tell them to stop.
Oh, see what happens when they don't make us work in the morning?
Right, exactly.
I love this match. It was an excellent match. Everything happened the way you thought it would. Swerve, the speed. Christian Cage is good. Please, anytime I see disrespect for him too, he's another person I have to stick up for him.
Christian Cage is fire.
Stop disrespecting Christian Cage.
Yes.
He went for that spear and stop disrespecting Swerve. Swerve is great. I saw someone complain like, "Oh, Swerve hasn't done anything in the past few weeks." I'm like, the brother's been killing it. He's been killing it, bro. That house call kick. Sean, do you think the house call kick should be his finisher? I think so. I would.
No. It's awesome. It's awesome, but you can't. The double stomp off the top rope is fantastic, man.
I just hate how sometimes like they sit up and then they're waiting. I'm like, move.
Oh, okay.
Move.
Do you think it's kind of played out? Okay.
No, it's weird when you see them sitting up for it versus.
I got you.
Different than Balor, but hey,
okay.
I won't complain. Like if that's what he's gonna use, do it. But
yeah.
So what did you guys think of it? Any quick thoughts? Anything else you wanted to say? I mean, the right guy won. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. They put on a hell of a show. Can't take nothing from either one of them, but also you have to respect both of them because they're that good. They're that good. You can't deny what is put in front of you. If it's garbage, it's garbage. If it's gold, it's gold. You should already know how to gauge it. And those who can't gauge the fact that Christian Cage and Swerve are pure platinum right now, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well said. I would say really quickly, the right guy won. Swerve is outstanding, and Christian is arguably doing the best work of his career.
Swerve should be like Gunther, multiple finishes in the match. Could do that. A darn good world title match. I'll agree, Matt. I'll agree with that. And here we'll finish out real quick because we're getting into the nitty gritty. But Anarchy in the arena. I cannot lie, boys. I did not take notes. I could not take notes.
You
There
couldn't.
was no notes to say.
You couldn't. There was nothing there.
No, it was kind of like a cluster. You know what?
They were wilding. You wanted blood, you got blood. You wanted a car crash, you got a car crash. You wanted someone getting tossed in what you think is water, yeah, they got put in water. Then a flamethrower. Why did Darby Allin have a permit in this state to use a flamethrower? Probably for those videos he does, but what? Okay. He set someone on fire. He set Jack Perry on fire in this match. Crazy stunt, by the way.
Nuts.
Very crazy stuff.
Nuts.
Probably safer than when Cody did that one on the table.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. Like Cody's back is still burned
Well,
up from
Cody botched that.
that.
He overcompensated on the superplex.
Well, Andrade ate no parts of that table. He was like, "That's
Yeah.
on you, bro. Go ahead, do you." But crazy. Darby Allin getting strung up by his ankles and super kicked with sneakers with thumbtacks. Yo, by the way, they did a good job promoting Young Bucks sneakers. I can't front. That was
Sir, I'm gonna get some.
okay.
Those
I
sneakers
better
are
see
hot.
it. I better see it on the IG, bro.
Oh, I got you. I'll be ordering them first thing tomorrow.
Okay. What else? The exploding steel chair.
Yes.
This is stuff made out of AEW Fight Forever, bro. I don't know which match she's talking about. Oh, the final countdown being played was amazing.
It was.
That was great when he said, "You know how much money we're losing? Stop playing that stupid song."
That was funny too. That was a funny line.
Yeah, I was there when it debuted. I remember when we heard it. We were just sitting there and we just heard the do-do-do-do, and we rose up like, I know you didn't just buy this, Tony Khan, and it happened. I was also there when Austin Aries played us when he first got fired from WWE after the tie incident, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And Austin Aries came out dressed up like him, but he had a hood on, and he came out with the cape. And then when he turned around, he was like, "Ha ha! You thought it was him?" I was like, "You jerk! You jerk!"
Right.
Gotcha.
Got us so good, man. Jack Perry gets the win though, pinning Danielson with a running knee. I don't know, man. This match is just an easy hit. I don't want them to go back to this though for All In. Don't do this again for All In.
No.
I know they'll call it Stadium Stampede because they're in a stadium. Don't do it again. No.
Yeah, no.
I know. Yeah,
I agree. This is something that should be done once a year.
Yeah. Tony gets it. Tony likes to try to fit as many people on the card, and that's why he does it. I'm not mad at that, but save this for this, man. This was special. I liked it.
Basically.
Do you guys believe in Jack Perry?
No.
Okay, just no. Still not there for you?
Nope.
I don't think he'll ever be there for me.
Okay.
You know, when you spray perfume on crap, it's just crap with perfume on it.
It happens to the best of us.
Tonight, the flames, the fact that he got the pin, that's the perfume. Jack Perry is still who he is.
Jack Perry should have not been the guy who got the pin for the win. Okay. MJF here. What does it say?
The right team won. The right team won, but the wrong guy got the pin.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you want to give it to Okada either. Oh, yo, Okada made mad saves in this match, by the way.
Like a lot. At least a half a dozen.
Okada definitely did he made a bunch of saves.
MJF's tat similar to Taker Sarah tat. Yo, off MJF's tattoo, bro. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He works here.
You know
Bryan
what you got to do to AEW tattoo when you leave and go to WWE? All you got to do is tattoo the word "thank you" on top of it.
Bryan putting people over is a great thing. I think he does it too much sometimes, but yes.
Yeah.
Danielson, but he knows that I'll always be over, so it's fine.
Right. Well, it's this match was complete chaos from start to finish. Loved it though because we were getting things that we probably most likely not get in a real match.
Yep. Chat. I think a lot of the chat's agreeing with you guys. Like mixed feelings on Jack Perry. I feel the same. I could tell you, Punk is shaking his head at the flamethrower.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know Punk wouldn't have been doing that mess.
All right, we're gonna get a flamethrower. What?
What are we doing?
Was Okada the only one who didn't get the memo on Street Clothes tonight? listen, Okada's from New Japan, bro. He came there. He was delivering rainmakers with tacks on sleeves. He was killing it. Okada did a good job in this match. I thought.
He did.
Oh yeah,
And he's fitting in well with the Elite too.
Is Blood and Guts the feud ender for this? Perhaps.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Just depends
Well,
on where
you
you're
can't
going
have
to
it
take.
go much further than that, right? I mean, we only have one more pay-per-view before we get to 100.
Tony Khan has to get his revenge, Sean. This is the key
Okay.
to the story.
Okay.
Now, is Tony going to beat someone up? You could have it where Tony's in the match and he hits someone with a punch or a move and they win.
Right.
But real flames cry me a river. Shut up.
It would help if Tony Khan looked like he could break a pencil, but like the guy is so.
But that could be part of the embarrassment. Like you lost to Tony Khan, bro. You
Like,
got
I mean, like you can tell, like this is a pen, but like if this was a pencil, he would have trouble with it.
somebody said, "Did you just break a pencil?"
Yes.
I heard that snap.
Just trying to prove a point. Probably went too far.
I was waiting for a tank with laser beams. Chair, don't give him any ideas for next year, brother. They'll do it.
Right.
Okada only won in wrestling gear. Jack Perry is TNT champion, nothing else. They might let him be the one.
Right.
The Elite has kept me away from AEW TV. Interesting. Interesting.
Well, to Prince Rockstar's point, Perry is the only guy currently in the group without a belt.
Uh-huh.
And we could keep it that way.
Evolution is a mystery.
Let me see here. So I'm checking out this post real quick that I was told to, where Tony. Tony Khan running down the rip. Tony Khan rolled down the rip and ran away. Did you see this already?
No.
Sean, I'm gonna send this to you just so we're gonna get Sean's live reaction. It's gonna go to your Twitter DMs.
All right, let me check it out.
Shout out to my guy Mega Rand for having this, but
My thing is why did he stop and then start again?
Mike said, "Snap into it. Please tell Slim Jim to sponsor us. We will be more than happy to work with them."
Oh god.
Oh, what is wrong with him?
He was like, "I'm not getting caught up in this. I'm out."
That was pure effery, bro. That was effery.
Time out. This is the same thing though, where they caught Punk blading at Allin, where Punk was doing.
No, but why did he roll down the ramp? Oh my god!
But you're not supposed to see that. That's my point. Like
he's a goof.
No, I hate when people film stuff they're not supposed to film. Like, well, I'm gonna wait right here because I know you're in the.
He could have been a little bit more coordinated in that.
Right.
That was very weak.
Listen, he ain't supposed to be out there. The spot was we're dragging Tony Khan out. I swear, if Jack Perry beats Ospreay for the international title,
I would agree, but I think it's probably going to be the TNT title, honestly.
Deanna said, "Roll out, roll out." Tony Swerve was asked, "What inning are we in?" and she left. Good.
That's funny.
Good. Tired of this, gentlemen. We've given our thoughts on this show. Chat. What's the grade, man? We got the grade scale in there. A's great territory. I always say like B is good territory. C's okay. Z's. D is and F is for don't ever put this on again.
Yeah.
Ever. So where does
all out last year?
No, I won't go that far.
No.
All out's not F territory. All out was in. It was good. B minus B territory, maybe even B plus. But they were like greatest of all time, and I was like, pump your brakes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, definitely pump the brakes.
I know what my least favorite show from AEW still is. I think it's All Out 2020. But what do you guys think of this one, man? Chair Relax says C. Wow.
Damn, that's harsh.
Yeah, A, because I laughed hard. A for AEW, EPW Hubs gets an A plus.
Thank you, brother.
You know what? I'm going to give it.
I'm with Rockstar.
What Rockstar say?
A minus.
Yeah, actually, that
I think A minus is fair for this.
I'm either
great, but lower end of great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm either at A minus or B plus, but I think I'm gonna go A minus.
I'm going B plus. I felt like the Mercedes Moné Willow match was not as good as I had hoped. Didn't say it was bad, not as good as I had hoped. Plus, Mox match kind of left a lot to be desired. So I'm gonna go with B+, which is still a very good grade.
See, I'm with Jesse. Me and Jesse reviewed Allin together last year. Check that out in the archives if you want. He said Allin was incredible. I thought All Out was trash. I'm with him. I agree with that. But he's giving tonight's show 2 thumbs up, though. He enjoyed it. I'm glad you did. B, GCW Paranoid earlier today was better and never dragged. This overstayed its welcome. I tried to avoid watching wrestling today. Like, I missed Collision last night, and I made sure I didn't watch any wrestling today because I knew how long the show was going to be.
Right.
Mike is saying a B. I'm glad they moved All Out from Labor Day.
Facts.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll wrap this up. Later today, me and Sean will be live 6:05 Eastern Standard Time after we get some sleep, maybe eat some food, take care of some things for Memorial Day. But we're going to be live. Top 10 countdown of our pro wrestlers of the year thus far. And it's not the final list, but it's a list that you can get behind, and we're going to get in there and discuss. I think there's enough similarities.
Spoiler, Conrad and I do not agree. No surprise there.
No surprise, but we'd like to hear from your top 10 list. And Lizzie saying good night, B+, fun time, but these late pay-per-view end times are for the birds. Yeah, we've talked about it, me and Derek, and sometimes we're like, man, maybe you and Hub should just review it. So
yeah.
Well, maybe if you guys like it, maybe I'll put up a poll on that too. If you guys would rather see these end and then, or maybe we abbreviate them to like kind of quick recaps, but we'll see. But we'll be live.
I say let the pay-per-views run for 6 hours for all I care.
I'm
paying my hard-earned money.
Okay.
Give me everything you got.
SummerSlam in Minneapolis, 3 nights. 3 nights we stole WrestleMania from you. That's been an inside joke for a while with us in Pro Wrestling Shoot. Like, stop stealing.
As soon as they made that announcement, my face was like, y'all know what y'all are doing. Y'all screwed them out of WrestleMania, so now,
Surprise.
Right,
That's what that was.
And 2026, we had to, my God, jeez.
Right.
Listen, we're out for this episode, man. Thank you guys for rocking with us for the review. We're going to be talking about King and Queen of the Ring on Clash of the Podcast. If you guys wanted to hear our thoughts on that, I promise you it'll get good. We'll be talking Raw. We'll be talking whatever pops up in the chat. So make sure you guys show us some love. Subscribe to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. He's got some previews and stuff coming up. And yeah, other than that, we are out. Did you want to add anything, Sean?
Nah, man, we'll see you guys in about 14, 15 hours.
Enjoy Tony Khan. Enjoy the media scrum. We are out. 1.